Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Muthoni and today we have a guest. Her name is Alex. Yeah, so make sure you look out for her YouTube channel. I'm going to leave a link on the description box below. So make sure you go and subscribe to her channel and watch her content. So today we are two ladies and we're going to talk about how to invest as ladies, and on that note we are going to look at the side hustle jobs you can do as a lady in Kenya. Yes. So stick around, we are going to have there's a lot waiting for you ahead, so let's get started.
So when she told me about this topic, one of the things that came into my mind as ladies, what we can do, I think, is selling second-hand clothes. You know, like as ladies, maybe you have your main hustle. You have like maybe whatever you do from Monday to Friday, but in between Saturday, maybe Friday, Saturday and Sunday, maybe you're not employed. You're not on like an 8 to 5 job, but often on Saturday you can go maybe to Gikomba, look for some nice tops. You can look for nice dresses. You know, those people, like maybe when you work at office, you can get to sell to them, you know. It can be clothes, it can be both for kids, it can be bed sheets, it can be handbags, whatever you feel comfortable selling. I think that's a side hustle that maybe most women would consider doing, you know.
Yeah, and especially in Gikomba, people wake up early, so it's possible to even go early before you report to work.
Yes.
Just iron your clothes properly and package them properly, and then you can take pictures even using your phone and post them on social media, and also tell your friends that you're selling. If you're selling nice stuff, people will always come looking for you.
Yes, I think that your first customers, maybe if you have like if you're employed, should be maybe the people in the office. Maybe it can start with a family, a friend, but often a lot do friends really support our business.
Yeah, of course your first customers will be friends and family, and
Yes.
then they'll spread the word.
Yes, and when you have like quality things, you know, ukiva like a nice dress, where is your plug? Like this dress, I bought it from an Instagram page called That Chick Closet. They really have like nice stuff, you know. I can recommend, like when you see a nice dress, I can always like maybe recommend someone where I got, maybe if it's a dress, if it's like maybe it's a nice top. Yeah.
My second side hustle is makeup.
I also have that makeup, beauty products.
Yeah, in this day and age, most people know how to do their makeup. Yes. And there are also a very huge number of people who can do their own makeup.
Yes.
So, as a lady, if you can do your makeup, you just need to watch a few more YouTube tutorials. At least YouTube makes it free for everyone, so you have access to internet. You can look for YouTube tutorials and polish your skills. So if you're doing your makeup properly, of course your friends will be wanting to have their makeup done. You can charge a small fee, especially if the products are their own. So you can start with your colleagues or your friends. When your friends are going out, you can charge them a small amount of money and do their makeup. And of course from there, they are going to recommend you to other people when they are going for photo shoots. You can link up with photographers and maybe filmmakers. They can
studios.
Yeah. So you can market yourself, and of course have an Instagram page where people can tag you when you do their makeup. So you can market yourself properly, and people will keep coming. It's a very profitable business, by the way.
Yes. Let me talk a little bit about that, because it's one of my points. Beauty products, that is makeup, it can be the hair, it can be salon business. I have hustled on doing makeup, but mostly for my friends. If they have, maybe there's an immediate shoot and they need like to be done makeup, of course, like I come aboard, do their makeup quickly. Maybe they are 3, they are 4. You get your money and you go home. It's a skill, and it's like a skill like I did go to school to learn. It's something that I have perfected over a period of time through YouTube.
Yeah.
That was like the beauty industry. That was also my point. Beauty industry for me. It's the hair. It can be the makeup. It can be the nails business. Yeah. Yes. It can be the nails business. I think with makeup, it's like exploring each and every day, you know, I think the beauty products are the same ones. Maybe the makeups, the foundations, it's the same, but it's the skill that's keep on changing. You have to diversify. Maybe if it's a dramatic kind of look, if it's maybe like for the nails also, I think it's the same thing. We used to have like maybe short nails, the stick-ons. Now we have upgraded to the shapes, the coffins. I don't know the words. So it's the same. It's the same thing. Also the hair, it's the same thing. But as time goes by, you perfect the skill. And I think you see like something with nails, you can get your own two things. Like you can get your own gels. You can also get your own machine. Like on your part time, you can perfect. You can watch YouTube. You can perfect, see what you do.
You can start with your toenails.
Exactly.
You can apply that on your friends, and then with time you keep improving on your skill.
Yes. On to another point is farming. If there is something that has been bothering me of late, it's the farming business. I really want to be a farmer, and by farming I mean it can be the planting, the harvesting, the animal keeping. Because there's a friend of mine I met, and we used to be in the same industry, and she told me she left her industry and she's making a fortune out of planting beans and beans. And it doesn't mean need like you have to be there, yes, like you have to foresee like the planting, the everything. You're not doing the work manually, but at least maybe once a week visit there, and then the rest of the week you're free to do any other things. And she told me she's making good money out of farming. Like something like maize, I think it takes like 8 months. Okay, there's going to be that waiting for the 8 months, but when the 8 months are over, it's better because you've not been there like every day, each and every day putting in the work. It's something you do the planting. So your work is to just go check, see how the land is, if the land is okay, if it needs to be tilled, if it needs to be irrigated, if it needs, your work is to just go and check and come back. And you can also do other things when you're farming. So it's a business like I am really, really interested in like venturing in. More so after hearing the like testimonies from like my close friends who are making also like there's a friend of mine, or rather even a family member, who is doing who's doing pig, the pig keeping. I think a pig just takes, is it 6 months for it to be ready for the market? I think 6 months, or is it almost, let's say even an year, but you get to sell that pig, or rather it becomes pork for a good amount of money. And this is something that won't cost you so much. You need very low income to start that, like the farming.
And also something else on that point, this is just a tip for someone who is beginning. Sometimes you get into businesses and then realize you're probably not making as much money as you expected. But something I want to advise someone who is probably thinking about farming and things like that. Farming has money, and people are making money from farming. But you before you start thinking about getting into farming do your research. For example, you're probably thinking about beans because you mentioned beans.
Yes.
So what can you do right now? How much are beans costing in the market? And how much are the farmers selling their beans for?
Yes.
Because by the time you're thinking about farming, you need to know where are you taking your produce after farming?
Where is your you need to look for market.
You need to look for market. So first of all, look for market.
Also like on the season also.
Yeah, look for market and know where you're going to take your products. So as you're looking for market, there are farmers who are still farming. Yeah, you can go buy beans. You already have a market, right?
Yes.
So go look for beans. Come and sell them, because of course the farmers
buy them from the shamba.
Yeah. So probably the farmer is selling probably 100 bob per every kilo, and you're coming to sell them at 150. These are just figures that I'm creating. That's not what is
the market, the current market price.
These are just figures that I'm creating. So you're buying beans for 100 bob and you're coming to sell them for 150. So you factor in the transport fee and the expenses that you're incurring in the middle. So you come sell them at 150. How much are you making? So from there you can tell how much you're going to make if you're the one who is farming. So as much as you want to get into the farming business, don't get into it blindly. People are making money, but those people know what they are doing.
They have done their research.
They have done their research, and they are doing. They are experienced. So as much as you're getting into any kind of business, not only farming, you need to do your research first so that you don't get into losses.
True.
Another side hustle job, promos.
Yes.
You know what activations are? When I was in campus and I was young and foolish, I used to think that those promotions are a bit degrading. I used to think that those ladies don't even make enough money, but people are really making money
out of it.
Yeah, they're making money, they're paying rent, they're living very good lives with these kind of jobs. All depends with the mentality you have by the time you're going to get into it.
Yes.
You need to learn how to plan your finances, and you need to keep off things that are going to make you spend money unnecessarily. You need to learn how to plan yourself. So what you do when we want to get into activations, you need to get connected to people who know where you get these jobs, how you get information about interviews, and when these people are recruiting, you need to know when they are recruiting, what time, and the qualifications. So it's as simple as showing up for the interviews and giving your best, and you're picked, trained, and you get into the job. So from there, what is going to help you is your hard work and how you present yourself and how reliable you are when it comes to work.
On what she's saying about the promotions job, I think we've both done those jobs, and let me tell you one thing about those jobs is like they are marketing jobs. You see, like there are those girls you see sometimes in the clubs doing the promoting a certain maybe drink. There are those you see in the supermarkets promoting a certain thing. Those girls, by the way, by the end of the day, they make good money. Imagine you making maybe something like 3,000 in 3 days, and that's around 6,000. You know,
Yeah.
It's and maybe okay, that's 9,000.
Yeah.
And mark you, maybe that's not the only source of income you have. I'm just giving a rough example, you know. So they are good jobs, and they don't take so much of your time, you know. And apart from the weekends, instead of maybe you going partying with akina nani, maybe you can be also in that party, but in the real sense still be working, you know. Because that is what really like happens. Instead of going out and going out and spending that money, you can go out. Maybe you're working as you're making the money. That's the smart bit part of it, I think, with activations and promotion.
Yeah, and the good thing about it is when you want to go somewhere else, you can always ask for permission, and it's very easy because you're not being employed daily. You're being paid per day.
Per day. So it's a casual job, you know, and it depends with your availability. You know, if you're not available to do that job, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is something that you can do for side hustle, because if you're in campus, you can take weekend jobs only, and you can always avail yourselves during holidays to do like everyday jobs, because there are also jobs that happen during the weekdays, but always depends with your availability. If you're not available, you can go wherever you want. If you are available, you can do the job, and the more you connect with people, the more jobs
you get.
Yeah.
And the better you get jobs that are much more well paid. Yes, considering with your network. So another thing is the online job, the online jobs. You know, they can be online writing, it can be transcription. You know, I also don't think these jobs they are demanding per se. I think you can do maybe your 8 to 5 job, and also do maybe in the evening maybe do one transcription essay, or maybe you can do like maybe a 2 5-page transcription, and by the end of the month you have like your extra income.
Yeah, it all depends with commitment and what you're looking forward to achieve, because if you want to achieve something great, you need to make sacrifices. You need to sacrifice your sleep, and you need to give yourself targets, because as much as you're working hard, you also need to rest.
And yes,
you need to give yourselves target and know how much you need to save, or how much you need to achieve before maybe quitting. You can sacrifice a few months, go without sleep, and then now invest on a certain business that will probably take care of you for a few more months.
I think for any side hustle job to prosper, or rather to thrive, I think you need to you need the sacrifice bit part of it, because I think in this Nairobi you just can't survive with one hustle. I don't think you can survive with one hustle, and unless you're so comfortable with where you are. But I don't think you need 2, 3, 4 kind of hustles, 5 if you are able to do it. The more the work, the more the good money that comes.
Yeah, true.
My other point is social media marketing stroke PA to someone. For example, most of our these popular people, rather these celebrities, I think most of them I see like them having a PA, and like these people, they don't like physically have an office, but they operate maybe from the comfort of their home. They need to schedule out meetings, they need to send in emails, they need to send in proposals. You can always apply for these jobs, because it's not that demanding, like you have to be with that person at that particular point at that particular office, but you're always like in touch with that person, in case like there's an upcoming event, you need to take care of it for this person, you take care of it, then you give them like the final product, what they are supposed to. Maybe if it's a script, if it's a speech, you just give them the final thing, because most of these people, they don't have that time to sit down, analyze things, organize things. You can apply for these jobs of being maybe their social media marketing team, or rather maybe being their personal assistant. Being their personal assistant.
Yeah. And also the final part of this video, it will be so wrong if we talked about all these side hustle jobs and not mention YouTube, because this is what we are doing right now. So most people don't even think about YouTube as a source of income.
True.
But people are really making a lot of money from YouTube.
Yes.
You don't have to start big. Like me and her have not been making money on YouTube ever, but we're still here consistently looking for content to post and being patient, because someday we're going to make money from YouTube. For example, I just hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm yet to get there. Oh my god, you need to subscribe to my channel. Yes, on to your point.
So you might think that it's time wasting, but imagine you spend a lot of money, a lot of time in the house doing nothing, and you can just pick your phone or your camera or whatever you're having that could record a video and start making money from YouTube. Because imagine there are people who get monetized on their first day on YouTube. There are people who take years, but eventually, if you're consistent and it's something that you want to do,
it's something you're passionate about.
Yeah, as long as you're making you're making quality content for people to consume.
Yes.
You're always going to be hoping for a better day, because YouTube pays. There are people making crazy money out of YouTube.
Yes.
So if you're good at something, if there's something you can do on YouTube, if there's something you can explain for people on YouTube, you don't have to necessarily explain something. You can do travel vlogs, you can do something, you can turn your hobby into something that people can consume and love. So if you're willing, or you're thinking about YouTube, stop overthinking. We are also not good at YouTube, but we are getting
each and every day we are getting to learn.
Yeah, so if you're thinking about YouTube, start.
start right now, because I would say my biggest mistake has been always like wanting a perfect kind of a whole production team and all that, you know.
Yeah.
You keep on postponing to what you want to do, but I have realized along the way that it's not about that perfection per se. It's the first of all, you need to find out what you love to do. You know, what are you passionate about? So as from there, turn that like passion or whatever you want to talk about into something, you know, something you're comfortable to talk about.
Yeah.
Is it like maybe you want to have conversations? Is it like you want to travel? Is it like you want to have skin? Is it about skincare? Find what you love to do. Then from there you can get to explore more.
Yeah, so I think that's it for today. I hope this video was helpful. I'll see you on my next one.